Previously on Picking Apart the Self.
And then I called my husband and I said, oh my gosh, I am so racist. And I say racist because I'm from a power dominant group. I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion expert, and I have those kinds of thoughts. So to deny that we have those thoughts is futile, and it's actually unhelpful. I interrogated that belief. I began to do research on immigration. And then I was like, wait a minute, where are these negative attitudes coming from? So I did the dig process, and then I tried to bridge with that community.
This is To the Max, advice from today's experts to tomorrow's leaders. Stereotypes are dangerous, but what if we could learn to harness them? In this sixth part of the series on authenticity in business, academia, and society, Dr. Opie urges us to think differently about the stereotypes that confine us, and to consider how we can flip a stereotype on its head to uplift others and ourselves.
Like, how can my identity kind of stand alone in a conversation? And this idea of having solidarity, but also preserving kind of the integrity of our perspectives.
One of the weaknesses of the shared sisterhood model is that it's largely been based on my experience as a Black woman. The dichotomy that I've often created or focused on has been Black and white women. And so one of the weaknesses is that I don't talk about Hispanic women or Latinx women or Asian women as much, but I had an experience with a client where there was an Asian woman who was very high up in the organization, but she was experiencing model minority sort of racism. The notion that Asian people are the model minority, they're very good, they're the stereotype, I mean, they're quiet, they'll listen, they're good, they're very analytical, but they're not good leaders. You know, you don't tend to have them at the CEO level or not. If you counter that with the stereotype of Black women are not very analytical, they're overly emotional, they're loud, and they're also not good leaders. So what was interesting to your point, I was able to sort of distill those stereotypes. And then I said, notice that the things that Black women are stereotyped for negatively sort of offset the things that Asian women are stereotyped negatively for. So what would happen in a meeting if I spoke up on your behalf and I said, well, actually, I love Lisa's idea. So I use the perception of me that I'm loud in a positive way to advocate for her. And then if she turned around and said, well, actually, I think Tina's analysis of this is superior. It is. So what we're doing is we're flipping the negative stereotypes on end, but we're still acknowledging the unique experiences that we have as we're navigating the workforce. I think that is something that we're writing about and that we're thinking about is we like to act like we're all the same. But one of my dear friends who passed away, Dr. Catherine Phillips, talked about, what if we began to talk about how we're different? And then use that. I mean, if we really believe that diversity leads to power, then let's do that. Let's actually think about how we can flip that on its ends. And that was a very powerful moment for both of us, I think, for us to say we can be each other's sisters, we can share sisterhood, being mindful of our unique experiences. But the similar thing that we have is that we both want to ascend in the organization, and we are being inhibited by non-task related things. This is not about performance. We're both performing really well, but for some reason, we're not perceived as leadership potential. Let's help each other overcome that. And then, by the way, we bring in a white woman or a white man who is seeing the same thing, and they also echo the positive statements that we've made. And so together, we're helping to dismantle these inequities.
Not accepting the stereotype, but kind of taking that and making it something that we can own and help kind of uplift each other with, is really interesting.
I could say, I don't want to accept the stereotype. Some people are bad, some Asian people are bad at math and some Black people can't play basketball. But listen, if I can leverage, I'm not saying that you accept the stereotypes, I'm saying that you're aware of the stereotypes and you read the board. I mean, if you play chess, it's like you read it. You know that that's what I use that to my great benefit when I'm negotiating, for example. I know that people think Black women are less competent. I'm a researcher, I'm prepared. They typically are less prepared than me, and that benefits me. So I can use that to my advantage. It's sort of like We're flying the jet and building it at the same time.
Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and discovered something you can apply in your own life. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. See y'all next time!